This will be a video on the Durston Power Rolling Mill. We will squish an 1 ounce ingot and make a plate. When turning on the rolling mill in the forward position, I have it set at 32 Hertz. So it's not at the fastest speed, but it's not slow either. It's at the proper speed for me. Before I turn on the power rolling mill, I have to set the wheels on where the right thickness is going to be. And I set 2 notches for every turn, every pass. It doesn't put that much stress on the machine itself. And being that this is a 1 ounce 999 ingot, the silver is a little softer than sterling. And right now I'm just flattening the edges off. It's not even hitting the whole ingot, just the raised edges. So I'm doing this a few more times than I normally would once it starts doing the whole ingot. Just the edges are getting squished. Once I see that the rollers are hitting the whole ingot, then I will anneal. Okay, it just hit the whole ingot. Now I have to anneal the ingot and make the metal soft. I will bring it to a dull red glow and then quench it. We're not there yet. Getting real close. There, you can see the glow. Now we quench. Very good. Now I have to dry this off and put it back in the rolling mill. After annealing, I just move the wheel 2 notches for the next pass. I don't want to go more than 2 notches, then it puts too much stress on the motor and on the wheels. Now that I moved the wheel 2 notches, I'm going to put my ingot through, and it comes out the other side. And now it has a small curvature to it. To straighten the curvature out, we send it through again the flat way. That takes the curvature out. If you can see that, it's nice and flat again. And I just keep sending it through. Again, just move it 2 notches and push it through. Two notches, and it's getting a curve again, so I'm going to put it at a 45 degree, and then I have a push stick, and it's coming out nice and flat. Now I'm doing it without turning the wheel on top. I've sent this through 4 times, and now I'm going to anneal it again. To save time, I'm not going to show you every annealing. Now that we've annealed the ingot again, turn the machine on. I had to dry this off after I quenched it to make sure it's perfectly dry, because the roller are steel, and if they get wet, they will rust. Move it 2 notches, sending it through. Two, 3, one more pass, and you can see it's quite curved at this point. So I'm not going to turn the wheel anymore, but I'm going to put this through at an angle which will flatten it out some. It's getting flatter now. Use my push stick. And now it's beautifully flat. But it needs to be annealed again. So I will anneal. At this point, I want to see how thick my metal has become, or how thin it has become, because I'm shooting for a certain gauge. I want to stop at 18. I'm making an 18 gauge plate. Right now we're at 14, so I still have a ways to go. Again, 2 notches, and we put it through. That's 1 pass. 2 notches. That's 2 passes. 2 notches. 3 passes. 2 notches. 4 passes. It's got a slight curve to it, so I'm going to take the curve out by putting it sideways. It's a little straighter. Now I'm going to put it completely, a 90-degree turn. And I don't want to get my fingers too close, so I'm using a stick to retrieve my metal. It's nice and straight. 4 passes and anneal. Okay, we're at the soldering station for the annealing process. Looking for a nice dull glow red. As the metal gets thinner, it heats up faster. Nope, not there yet. There, nice little glow. That's what we're looking for. And now we have to quench. Now we quench. And then I have to dry it off, make sure it's completely dry before putting it on the steel rollers. Now I have some marks on the silver that I want to remove, so I'm going to put it on a slight buffing wheel that will just lightly remove. Yes, it scratches the metal a little bit. It's removing a tiny bit of metal, but it's also removing the marks that I don't want embedded in the silver. There, it's beautifully shiny. It's not polished, but it's shiny. We got all the dirt off. Let's see how thick our metal is. Oh, it's at 15. Getting closer to my target of 18. 2 notches. Two notches, only 2 notches. That's all I'm going to do. Don't want to overstress the machine. I don't like to see any repair bills if something breaks. This is going to be the last pass. And let's see where our thickness is at. We're just about 17. So just a few more passes after I'm done annealing, and I should be done with this piece. Nice and flat. Perfect. Annealing time. Well, I want to test my metal and see how thick it is. See if I've hit my target spot. I'm at 17, so I'm really close to getting to 18. Really close. Hits, it goes in 17. So, a couple more passes and we should be done. Turn the machine on. And I'm only going to turn it 2 notches. And then we send it through. I'll send it through twice and then check the thickness again because I'm almost there. Almost there. 18. That's my target thickness. So I'm done, but if you see I have a little curl at the end, I want to fix that. I want this nice and flat. So I'm going to send it through without changing the dial. I'm going to make this flatter. Send it through this way. The piece turned out nice and flat. Has no marring, no marks. It's a beautiful piece I can make some jewelry out of now. Looks like it'll be a ring shank. Nice and long, 18 gauge. It's got some thickness to it. I'm happy. Gotta like the Durston Rolling Mill. Powered. No hand cranking. Thank you for watching. That's all I have for you today.